Hey guys, Alex Ruiz here with Ruiz Consulting and Smart Prep Tax. Purpose of this video is to explain to you today how to report the ERC claim check that you received in the mail from the IRS for your 2020 and 2021 claims. Now, the ERC check, each one of the checks was accompanied by a letter. They didn't come in the same envelope. They should have come one after the other. On the letter is what dictates the amount of money that you have to report on the tax return. Why? Because sometimes the letter shows one amount, but the check is for a smaller amount because you owed other taxes. If the IRS took part of your refund check, part of the ERC claim check to pay for any other taxes, you still are responsible for reporting the entire thing. Now, the ERC claim has three components. Component number one is the actual amount of the credit, which is based on the wages that were paid in 2020 or 21. The second component is what they call a decrease in tax related to the Social Security and Medicare that the employer paid. And the third component is the interest. Let's talk first about the interest on each one of these checks. The interest is taxable in the year that you actually got the claim approved and received the funds. So if you got the claim paid out in 2022, you're going to show the interest portion of the claim, of the amount on the letter, on the current year tax return. You got it in 22, you claim it on the 22 tax return, either on 1120 or 1120S, depending on whether it's a corporation or an S corporation, 1065 if it's a partnership, and if you filed a single member LLC, it would be on your personal return on the Schedule C. Okay, that's where you're going to show the interest, and it's going to be interest to your company. Okay, now the second and third component is the principal amount or the amount of the credit plus the Social Security and Medicare, which is the tax decrease. That has to be reported in aggregate for all the quarters for that year only as an amendment on either the original 1120 or the original 1065 or whatever form you file for the year that you actually made the claim. So if you made the claim for 2020, you would do an amendment on the 2020 tax return and show the reduction of wages and payroll taxes that were paid for that year, okay? But you have to add all the quarters up. That way you don't have to do multiple amendments for the same year. In addition, for 2021, you do the same exact thing. So whether it's 2020, 2021, you have to separate them all out. Now, if you have lost that paper or you claim that you have never received the paper, okay, you're going to have to call the IRS and they're going to have to give you the breakdown. I know you don't want to do it, you don't want to look for it, but you have to do it. Why? Because it's got to be the right amount. It should not be the amount that's on the check, because the check is not going to break down the component that's actually the interest. Actually, it will show the interest, but it won't show how much the Social Security and Medicare tax is associated. Only the letter, which is a CP 210 that you received from the IRS, is what you're going to receive, okay? And that's exactly what you're going to show on the tax return. In addition, any fees that you pay to your consultant, whether it's us or another company that actually filed the ERC claim for you, is actually going to be deductible as a professional fee paid in the year that it was paid. So let's say you paid a deposit in 2020, that's part of the fee, it got approved in 2023, then that's where you're going to show the rest of it as professional fees paid. So it's not necessarily that you're going to show the income, you're going to show reduction of wages and payroll taxes, which indirectly is more income. Okay, hopefully that answers all your questions. If you have any additional questions or something doesn't seem right, or your accountant or CPA still has additional questions, have them call our office. We'd be more than happy to help out. 718-848-8600, or shoot us an email, or you can just comment here. We do look at these videos just to check to see on the feeds whether or not there are any additional questions. All right, thank you so much. God bless.